Hello, Connective. We have the Getting into the Vortex deck by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I just want one card. Whoop. Perfect. What do we got? Making peace with my today will improve my future. Let me read it. It may sound odd, but the fastest way to get to a new and improved situation is to make peace with your current situation. By making lists of the most positive aspects you can find about your current situation, you then release your resistance to the improvements that are waiting for you. But if you rail against the injustices of your current situation, you hold yourself in vibrational alignment with what you do not want, and you cannot then move in the direction of improvement. It defies law. So yeah, a little bit of the law of attraction here, but also, making the point. It's like, let's say if I'm against war, and so I decide that I'm going to hold an anti-war protest. What I'm doing is I'm actually calling attention to war when I do that. Even though my protest is about anti-war, first of all, the only thing the universe hears is war, war, war. And the other thing is, most people only hear war, war, war. As they're talking about being against war, they're talking about how terrible war is. They're talking about war. They're talking about war. So if you were really, anti-war, you'd want to hold a peace conference or a peace gathering, for people so that everyone can focus on peace. And that's how you get to a point where you're holding yourself in vibrational essence of what you want, as opposed to holding yourself in vibrational essence of what you don't want. So, yeah. So by making peace with my today and living where I want to be living, focusing on what I want to be living, how I want to be living it, that will improve my future. Absolutely. And, talking about by making lists of the most positive aspects you can find about your current situation, you then release your resistance to the improvements that are waiting for you. Yeah, if you're trying to make improvements in your life, make sure that there's no resistance. If you're trying to get a better job, let's say, and you just say to yourself, I really want this job, but I don't know if I'm qualified, that's resistance. So if you're trying to move towards something for your future, for tomorrow, don't offer resistance to that today. To push yourself forward in a way where you're confident and sure of yourself. If you want that job, you probably are ready for it. Are you ready for it right now? Is there something that you might need to do to be ready for it? That's up to you. But, most of the time we're capable of something that is much bigger than we can imagine. So keep yourself in that energy, as opposed to, do I deserve it? Will I be able to get it? Am I good enough? Put yourself in a vibrational essence of where you want to be, not where you don't want to be. Focus on that until we meet again.